It was one of those gray, rainy evenings that made everything feel like a memory. I hadn't been to Ryan's house in years, not since high school. He'd moved away, his family had scattered, and the old White House on the corner had fallen quiet. But when I got the text that Ryan's mother had passed away, I knew I had to come back to pay my respects to see what time had done to all of us. As I stepped into the house, the air felt heavy with nostalgia and something else. Grief, maybe, or ghosts of laughter that used to echo through the halls. Ryan was in the backyard talking to relatives. So I wandered inside, letting my fingers trail across the worn banister. That's when I heard her voice, soft, uncertain. "Ethan, you came back for me, didn't you?" I froze. Standing halfway down the stairs was Sophie, Ryan's older sister. Back then, she'd been the unreachable one, the girl with the notebooks full of poetry who drove her brother and his friends to practice, who smiled like she saw something beautiful no one else did. But the last I'd heard, Sophie had been in an accident, the kind that changes everything. Now she looked fragile. Her hair was shorter, her hands trembled slightly as they gripped the railing, but her eyes, those same hazel eyes, still had that soft fire in them. I managed a nervous laugh. "Yeah, I came back for all of you." She tilted her head, almost smiling. "No, you came back for me. I can feel it." There was something in the way she said it. Not flirtation, not fantasy, just quiet certainty. I didn't know what to say. I wanted to apologize for never writing back after the accident, for not being there when she needed people most. But the words wouldn't come. So I just said, "I guess I did." Later, when the house grew emptier and the sky turned from gray to night, I found her sitting on the porch steps wrapped in a faded blanket. She glanced at me and smiled faintly. "You remember when you and Ryan tried to build that treehouse in the backyard?" I laughed. "Yeah, it collapsed in 2 days. You stayed out there with him all night trying to fix it," she said softly. "You didn't give up. I always admired that about you." I looked at her. "You were the one who brought us sandwiches. You were the reason we didn't starve." That made her laugh, a small, delicate sound that seemed to heal something in the air between us. Then she whispered, "After the accident, I lost so many friends. People didn't know what to say to me anymore. They thought I was too broken to be around." Her voice trembled, but her eyes stayed steady. "It's funny. When I saw you walk in, I felt like a piece of the old world came back. Like maybe I wasn't forgotten." I sat down beside her, the wooden step creaking beneath us. "You were never forgotten, Sophie. We just didn't know how to come back." She nodded slowly, blinking back tears. "I guess we both came back tonight. We talked for hours about old days, lost years, and small hopes about how grief doesn't end. It just changes shape." Before I left, she touched my hand gently and said, "You know, sometimes people think we come back for closure, but maybe we come back to remind someone they still matter." I didn't have words for that. I just squeezed her hand and smiled. As I walked toward my car, I looked back. She was still there at the stairs, the porch light framing her like a soft halo. And this time when she whispered, "You came back for me, didn't you?" I answered clearly, "Yes, Sophie, I did." Moral sage. Sometimes the most powerful acts of kindness aren't grand gestures, they're simple returns. A visit, a conversation, a reminder that someone still matters. Because often what saves us isn't being loved perfectly. Music. My friend's older sister stood at the stairs and whispered, "You came."